Okay, today's video, we're going to talk about push notification ads. Do they actually work to sell products and services? The answer, like the title of the video says, is yes. I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why that is because we've ran two different sample campaigns already, which I'm going to talk about in today's video to answer the question whether or not, because you're probably watching this wondering, should you be able to do them? Can you make money from them for your own business? Okay. This is one of the cheapest traffic sources that you can find, with the cost per click being around the 20 to 30 cent range per click. And for clicks that are pretty good quality still at the end of the day. Okay. I like them because, you get very few bot clicks compared to banner ad advertising that, through like Google Display Network. And specifically because you can use the push notifications to basically seem like an endorsement from the website that you're advertising on. Okay, because people don't understand how push notification ad networks work. That is, getting on, ad networks where you can advertise on many, many different websites through push notifications, but all through one self-containing ad dashboard or platform itself to be able to get on 1,000 different websites via the push notifications. So I'm going to talk about all this today, and then with that, give you all the information you need to be able to make money from these push notifications, and explain what type of money is online for you to actually run them. Getting into the content here, push notifications are something that you have to opt into on your phone or other device, like a desktop device. It's the thing if you see on a website where it says, would you like to opt in for notifications? That shows up at the very top of the screen. And if you opt into that, of course, if you're on that website, you can see different notifications from that via the push notifications itself. With that said, that those push notifications, people think when they opt in for them just for like notifications about the website, about like, hey, we have this or that thing. They don't realize that you can sell the push notification space to other third parties that want to get in front of you, which is where the magic actually comes in with these push notifications. You advertise your message on the other person's website via the push notifications. Therefore, your message seems like it's coming from and as an endorsement or as a message from the person who owns that actual website, versus a banner ad that clearly people know that third parties are advertising via those banner ad spots. With that said, what ads work now? Now that you know roughly, push notifications are profitable, cost per click being 20, 30 cents a click. What do you actually care? Can you promote via these push notifications in order to make money? So I will start off by saying right up front that not everything that you can promote can and will be profitable by these push notifications for the most part. Anything with marketing and advertising is possible, but in general, or in a general sense, it's dream solutions that are going to be the main thing that are going to make a ton of money with push notifications. Dream solutions meaning like anything that makes or saves a person money, anything that will fix or cure a certain ailment, which, by the way, is it just as a side, with you not being able to promote supplements through Google Display Network, through Facebook. Push notification ad networks are a great place to advertise because there's no kind of restriction on that kind of thing in the first place. Rich Ads is the best ad network that I would recommend to you. I haven't tried them all, but that is one push notification ad network that I've tried that we specifically have ran ads through, and of which you can get cost per click around 20 cents a click or somewhere around there. So, and then also like anything that would, of course, help you reproduce, get you laid, whatever you want to say there. But, that kind of a dream solution. That is, they say you can always sell somebody their dream, something that can fundamentally change someone's life. The push notification, the ad space there is a great place to advertise that, because you're normally, if you had just saying, buy, fancy t-shirts or whatever via the push notification space on the website, you're just not going to be interested in that enough to click through. With that said, if you do say something that's super interesting, it will get noticed, and it's a great place to advertise and to where you can get your ad click through the link on that push notification. So to give you a couple of actual examples of how this has worked for us in the past, we had something that it was there's devices where you can One of the ways that you lose power or you waste electricity, you leave stuff plugged in and the devices themselves draw electricity even if you're not using them through the LED lights that are on there and so forth. So there's devices where you can plug in your device and that'll stop that parasitic loss of energy, which is not a whole lot, but for what it is worth, it basically is kind of a gimmick because you're not saving that much money. But it does what it advertises technically. Anyway, we had a device like that. We were promoting it. We said something like, wow, check this new energy saving device out we found. And then of course, had the website domain there. This is what I call the shock or surprise angle endorsement. You're advertising, making it seem like, first of all, as you can probably already tell, that we're speaking in the voice of the website, or the person who runs or operates or owns the website itself that we're advertising on. Something that saves you power or whatever, you're curious as to what that is because that's a pretty bold statement, okay? So it's a shock or surprise. One thing, an alternate example here that would work is check out the new energy saving device. Power companies hate, see why. Okay, people think it's from the website owner, must be legit, therefore I'm willing to check it out, versus on a banner ad, it seems too good to be true, I'm not going to check it out. So for stuff that seems too good to be true, this is the perfect place to advertise because you get the credibility of the website here. And that did pretty well, okay? We were able to make it profitable at the very least, where the cost of the product, cost of the ad space, or the advertisements itself, we were making good money off of that. Good money being at least a 3-to-1 return on our ad spend, or 3-to-1 ROAS. So to give you an example of how well this could work and for what type of items. Okay, second example here, or second angle that you can take with push notifications. We had a credit repair service, okay? Credit repair service, if you don't know what that is, if you have messed up credit, company will reach out to all the people that you owe money to, get them to try to verify the debt. Many times they can't verify it, and therefore they'll wipe it off of your record. And sometimes they will verify it. It's not like a guarantee or anything, but for the most part, through the trolling means that they so-called have to get your stuff wiped off your credit based upon a technicality, that service can fix your credit, and you pay, and it's a done for you service. Anyway, that's what we're talking about here that we were promoting. Now, with that background mentioned already, what we did to advertise this using the push notifications was something like, check the review of the credit repair company our staff use. Now, this is a literal endorsement review. Whereas, check out this new energy saving device we found. Sounds like an endorsement from the website. Check out the review of the credit repair company our staff uses, a literal endorsement, or presumed literal endorsement, even though it isn't, okay? Which I know that's obviously a little bit misleading, but if somebody's selling ad space on their push notifications, whether they want to say it or not, they're offering an endorsement of the product, even though they didn't physically review the offer, they're letting you advertise, so it is an endorsement of the product indirectly. Anyway, this isn't a channel that's high on ethical ways to advertise, we'll just say. But you could use an endorsement like that, which is the whole reason why push notifications have an edge in and itself, like I was talking about before, to get interest around something that normally would just be kind of boring. Everybody's kind of heard of credit repair services, and you're just not going to really give it too much of a second thought if you're going to see an ad like that out there. Yes, you can get creative on a service like that and say, wow, I actually wiped out $80,000 with the bad debt that I had on my credit repair, and now my credit went from a 4 to an 800 using this credit repair service, and send them to an article that explains that, and market a credit repair service pretty successfully that way. That is true, and we've done that type of thing before, which is called an advertorial style landing page, where it's an art. It looks like a news article and somebody talking about and being interviewed about the service itself, but still, it's not as good as a push notification that looks like the website owner if you're on that website reading, and it's a news website, which I recommend through these push notifications to advertise on news websites, particularly if you're going to use this angle, you can actually say, hey, or make it seem like the person who owns that website is endorsing that exact thing, if you will, because it's not obviously an ad. Naturally, on banner ads, unless you're going to buy a banner ad directly from the website, you can tell, even if you were to make it look like the website's endorsing your offer, you could still tell it's an ad. Whereas on the push notifications, you can't tell. Maybe say some ad networks have like a disclaimer that this is a third-party ad in the push notification itself. For the most part, from what I've seen, none of them do that. Anyway, that said, we used that particular offer there and did very, very well with it itself. Even better than with the product seller that I just mentioned up here, energy saving device company that was selling that particular product. Credit repair from a bunch of different websites, getting an endorsement from the website, from financial websites, stuff like that. There wasn't actually a better way that we found to advertise this than through the push notifications. It cleaned up. We're talking 8-to-1 or greater returns or ROAS from our ad spend. Typically, by the way, if you're going to buy ads through Google Display Network, you're going to pay more than 20 cents a click for a lesser quality click than you're going to get through a push notification, which is why that actually did so well. Okay, and also because for like even a credit repair offer, used to be Facebook wasn't as strict, and you could actually say, hey, I actually saved $80,000 with the bad, I didn't have to pay $80,000 with the bad debt because I used this credit repair service. Facebook is not going to let you do that type of thing anymore, whereas with the push notifications, anything goes. So that's why it beat it. And so whereas in some markets where it's not so, Facebook's not so strict, you may not be able to beat your results on Facebook with a push notification, where in these spaces where Facebook is strict, you're going to crush your results compared to what you're going to get on Facebook. So just want to also throw that out there. But anyway, if you have something where you're selling something that saves or makes money or fixes a medical problem of some sort or helps you, attract the opposite sex, those are all basically going to do well with push notifications, particularly if you make the website look like it's endorsing your product or service, which is the key sole angle I would recommend you go with this. If you don't do that, it's going to be tough to make money, I would say. Enough so that I don't even do that. It doesn't make sense to do that, to say, hey, we have great ice cream. Click here. Like, boring. You don't want to do that. Another way, if you did want to do some other stuff, which we haven't tested yet, if you want to promote a lead magnet, you could say, before buying a new car, read this, and then drive them to a lead magnet where you're, assuming you were trying to generate a lead for a car dealership or whatnot there, and that kind of thing. Which the other thing, by the reason why you have to have a dream offer, if you will, if I classify it as that or call it as that. The reason why this works so good as well, because with push notifications, you can target certain websites, but you can't target users on an individual level. So you have to have something that works for like that 1% of the population or greater typically would want to, and be interested in it, would could and should buy. So it's broad. It's like other native advertising, like through like networks like Taboola, Outbrain. Because you can't hyper target, it has that disadvantage versus a Facebook, versus a Google, and whatnot. If you sell something that can be sold to the masses, you don't have that drawback anymore. It actually can be more profitable than Google and Facebook because that ad space is less competitive. Therefore, you're going to get a better cost per click compared to a Google and Facebook. That's why you do push notifications. Other than the fact that you can make on top of it the site look like it's endorsing your product or service. But with that said, that's pretty much everything I can tell you on a broad basis about push notification ads. What I would recommend to you is to try, just start here. This is the tried and true that will make money every time. And try a bunch of different websites. What you're going to find is, 5 or 10% of the websites are going to work well and the rest aren't. Just know that going in. Furthermore, different networks are going to get you on different sites. So once you get onto one push notification ad network and you're making any kind of money there, get on 10 other ones because they don't all have access to the same websites naturally. It's not like Google Display Network where you can get on millions of websites with one network and one, through their channel by itself. Push notification ad networks. It's a segmented market. There's 20 players or whatnot. I don't know the exact amount of players, but there's like 20 different push ad network, notification ad networks. And if you want to really get the most penetration, you got to sign up to 20 of them. And some of them will be better than others. And just know that going in. And if you don't have success with one, maybe you try another one before you give up on it. Or what I would recommend is you try 2 or 3 or 4 before giving up on it, because each one's going to have a different grouping of websites that's going to let you get on. And each website in itself is going to convert at a different rate. That's just going to happen. So with that said, though, I'll wrap it up with that. If you have any questions about anything I covered today or any other ad-related question, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a question or comment on this channel, usually within 24 hours time. If you are looking for the best information that'll help you make millions of dollars running ads for your business, this is the channel to subscribe to, as I manage dozens of ad accounts on an ongoing basis. And when I say manage, I mean just doing the strategy for the accounts. As other people on our team do the actual execution and so on and so forth. So as far as knowing exactly what works and what doesn't work, there is no better source of information, because this is all I do 40 hours a week to give you the information that's on this channel here. Therefore, if you're serious about making money online, this is the channel to subscribe to. It's literally the best information you can find online. So you should subscribe, and you should subscribe now. I also have a blog, by the way, at guaranteedppc.com/blog with my written anecdotes about certain systems that work to make money, whereas on this channel I talk more on a high level. I have step-by-step information that actually works to make money for the different businesses that we also support, manage, and run. So if you like the channel, you'll love my blog even more. You should check that out as well. Beyond that, I run an ad agency, as mentioned a couple times already on this video. What our ad agency does is we manage ads, but what we're different than all the other agencies out there is that we do not charge our clients fees until we can get you a certain minimum amount of results on your campaigns, in addition to what you have. And the profit you gain, if it's not more than what our fee is, we do not charge a fee at all. So we're the only agency out there doing that. It sounds too good to be true. It's not, because we only work with certain clients that we know we can get great results on. But if you want to see if we can work together on a contingency basis like that at our firm, reach out to me at guaranteedppc.com. I'd be more than happy to look at what you have and see what kind of results we could get with it using our methods and systems that we have to get results for our clients. As a side, a lot of people don't want to work with ad agencies. I realize that. However, if we've worked in your niche market before, you should use our ad templates that we develop for your niche market. That is, if you're a plumber, we've worked for years in the plumbing industry. Instead of figuring out and spending all the money and time we had to figure out the ultimate best way to run a plumbing ad for your business, you can use the exact ads, landing pages, campaign templates that work fantastic for your space. Copy and paste everything we've done into your account and get the same results we're getting with a small fraction of the cost of what it costs us to figure out the ultimate best way to run ads in your market. So if you're interested in that, reach out to our firm. We'll be more than happy to tell you if we worked in your space, what results we've got in your space. We've worked in over 100 different niche markets in the last 10 years of running Guaranteed PPC. So the chances are high we've worked in your space, of which, if you're trying to start a new business, by the way, the best possible way to start, in my opinion at least, is to take one of our templates and use it to start your business and revolve your entire business around the working template that we have to sell millions of dollars of product or service in a different niche. And we've already ran the ads for years in that niche. And you can just build your entire starting business around that. We've got several people that have done just that, getting into e-commerce when they weren't into it before but wanted to, and wanted a business that was basically run starting out on training wheels. It makes it almost impossible to lose in that case. We got people that started lead generation businesses, taking one of our templates that generated leads at a rock bottom cost to sell leads to different people in that space, of which is the best passive income business that I could possibly imagine and can give you. If you wanted to start a passive income business or have the passive business income idea. Anyway, with that said, if you're interested in that, reach out to me, guaranteedppc.com. But I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on my next video where we have another great strategy for you then. See you later.